So to jump right into it, we're going to start with some library books. A lot of these titles I found through the romance subreddit. So we have Loretta Chase's Lord of Scoundrels. This is a historical romance. Very excited about that. Then we have two medieval romances. We have For My Lady's Heart and Shadowheart by Laura Kinsale. These ones I've heard are extremely sad, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching endings, and I love that. We know if you've been around here for any amount of time, you know I love a book that can make me cry. So fingers crossed I shed some tears over these guys. But that's it for my library books. And then I did some shopping on Thrift Books, Pango Books, and eBay. The goal was to not spend more than $5 a title, and I think I managed to do that for all except one, which I think was like $7. But we have The King's Man by Elizabeth Kingston. I think this is another medieval romance. But yeah, so looking forward to that one. And then we have another author that was recommended over and over and over again. And this one I was familiar with. I haven't read any of her books, but I've heard the name over and over again. We have Beverly Jenkins, so I grabbed Indigo. This is about two enslaved Americans meeting on the Underground Railroad. Then we have Sherry Thomas's A Study in Scarlet Women. This is a Sherlock Holmes retelling, but yeah, so excited about that. And then I grabbed 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake. So this is Regency Romance by Sarah McLean. And then 2 more. This one was recommended by Greek Choir on here, A Lady Awakened by Cecilia Grant. And then I grabbed the sequel, A Gentleman Undone. So I'm obsessed with these mass market paperbacks. I'm so excited to build my own collection. But yeah, in general, what I want this series to be is fun and about sort of slowing down. I just have such a respect for romance as a genre, and every once in a while I've seen some of my favorite authors, romance authors specifically, recommend their favorite romance. And so I'm gonna, every time I see, if I see someone, make a note of that, I'm gonna be writing those down and making a point to check some of that out, because chances are if I love an author's work, I will probably love stories that inspired them and stories that they liked. And yeah, I'm excited. I hope you follow along. I will probably be starting with one of the library books for obvious reasons. So follow along and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.